Happy Friday, LRAA members. It's your president, Teresa Knapp Gordon, coming to you this Friday to talk a little bit about our new reality and all of the changes of the past week and moving forward through this crisis together. I know that this past week has been very unsettling, and there have been a lot of changes to adapt to, including the switch from you actually delivering instruction to the online platforms of It's Learning and Edmentum. I am receiving calls and texts and emails daily with concerns about the appropriateness of those platforms and the ease of use. And I just want you to know that I am communicating daily with Mr. Poor about those items. I am pushing back as hard as I can on the use of Edmentum, especially because the lessons are not appropriate for our students, and the platform has a lot of challenges. Students get kicked out regularly, their work disappears, things lock and unlock randomly, and that's if they can get in the first place. I'm also hearing that students are completing the entire requirements, pretty rapidly. It's Learning, I'm hearing, is very difficult for our elementary students to navigate. Parents are having a hard time handling the load with their students and their own workloads. And, I want to remind everybody that we have to be flexible. And I'm pushing hard on the administration, too, to be flexible, because people are under an entirely unreasonable amount of stress right now. People are losing their jobs. People are worried about their families, how to feed them, how to take care of them. People are sick. Everyday life is a challenge. And we should not be adding to that burden as educators. We should be working to lessen that burden. And, our parents are, many of them are doing the absolute best they can right now in this crisis. And everybody's scared. Everybody's afraid because people are dying. And people are, like I said, losing their jobs, their incomes. Investments have disappeared because of the economy. And the pandemic is, we know that the testing is not what it should be in the state of Arkansas, which means we probably don't have a realistic number. And every time you leave the house, you risk exposing yourself and your family. But the flip side of that is, we're a mobile society, and we expect to be able to go and do, and especially when the weather's nice. So there's lots of challenges right now, and we're working hard. I'm working hard, especially to communicate with the administration the issues and problems and concerns that you all are communicating to me. And I'm pushing back just as hard as I can push back. I don't believe that Edmentum was the best choice. I don't believe It's Learning was the best choice. I believe that morning meetings on Zoom and continuing contact with your kids and being able to check in on them and let them see your face is the best choice right now. And then there's the whole idea of grades and how that's all going to be handled. And, as an educator, I'm really, really, really hesitant about awarding grades for homework, for work that's being done at home. because number one, you don't know who's actually doing that work. And number two, we are in a crisis, and we can try to maintain as much normalcy as possible. But the fact of the matter is we're still in crisis. And we have students who are in situations where logging into Edmentum or It's Learning is their least priority. And we have to be cognizant of that, and we have to understand that it is not their priority right now, and punishing them for that it is not the right thing to do. I think we all have to be flexible. We all have to give grace where we can give it, and be understanding. And I ask the same of the administration. This is something that none of us have ever dealt with before, and trying to make people come to work in buildings, and trying to make students log in and be online and complete lessons. It's almost an unreasonable requirement, and I'm communicating that fact. So as we go forward, I don't know what's going to come. I don't know how long this is going to last. I wish I did have answers, but I don't. But I do know this. We're going to get through this together. We're going to continue to work through this. I'm going to communicate with Mr. Poore and the administration on your behalf. I'm going to advocate for you. And I'm going to fight as hard as I can for every safety precaution, for every bit of grace we can give to our students, because that's where I believe we need to be right now. And I don't want to hear about we need to be making sure people are working 7.5 hours a day, or we need to be making sure people are doing something that that means they should be getting a paycheck. I mean, we are all doing the absolute best we can right now. And I don't believe anybody's sitting at home eating bonbons and taking naps. So, like I said, I will continue to be your president and push back and advocate for you. And I appreciate your support. I hope that that you all have a wonderful weekend. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. Happy Passover, happy whatever you celebrate, even if it's just sunshine and flowers. Like I said, we're going to get through this together. And I encourage you to email me with your concerns and thoughts. Let me know what's happening so that I can communicate it. Because that's the best way I can be your voice, is if I know everything that's going on. I will see you next Friday.